November 22nd, 2024. We are downtown Lakeside, California, and that's 92004. Yeah. And we are downtown, and I've talked to this gentleman numerous times. Ran into him today, and he's agreed to an interview, and we're going to go ahead and interview. And this is Robert. I've met him many times. He's a really nice person, and he's agreed to an interview, and we're going to go ahead and talk about who you are. Will you give us your first name and spell your last name, because I know it's
my
really...
My first name is Robert. My last name is Jurgensmeyer. Jurgensmeyer.
Wow, that's an incredible name. And we talked about, you're an LCAP graduate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm LCAP.
LCAP, great school. I know it pretty well. Great.
I graduated in 1976.
1976?
Yes.
Okay. And tell us about how you got here from high school when you graduated in 1996.
76.
76, I'm sorry. And we will have some car noise in the background.
Well, my first job was at Paint Hardware. I worked there until I was 2 years out of high school. Then worked at Sparkless Drinking Water. My dad was plant manager at Sparkless Water, and I worked there here in Lakeside for 8 years. I worked in LA for 25 years, and I lived in LA for 20 years, and I moved back there to Lakeside. When my parents got sick, I moved back here and took care of them.
2000?
And now about 2010, about 2008.
Okay.
And I worked as a truck driver most of my life, hauling gravel and sand for different companies, and it's like that's my background for that. I went to high school just like everybody else. Played sports, played baseball. I was really good at baseball. I really was. And
great.
And then I went to a little bit of college. Only one semester of college. And I didn't like it. I was working all the time. And I moved to LA. And I lived with my brother for a little while in LA, and then I moved out on my own. And I got married. I have two girls, daughters, one grandchild, and
where do they live, and what's your age, by the way?
my age is 67.
67?
Yeah.
And where is your...
My daughters, one lives in Carson, California. One lives in Canoga Park, California.
Okay.
They're career girls. But they one was a quarterback, and was a manager of a doctor's office. They're good, really good girls. They had never had any trouble with them. And my grandson is 7 years old. He does what he does. 7-year-olds do. And we're out here right now because partly been drugs. Drugs had a lot to do with my life.
So at some point in your life, things changed.
Yeah, they changed.
From a young man who was did trucking for a while, and then
I used to be a supervisor of a trucking company in LA.
Okay.
I had a good job. Really. In 2002, I'm making $40,000 a year being a supervisor, but I blew it. I blew it because of drugs and alcohol.
So Robert, what year did things change for you?
About did it change?
What year? About?
I'd say about year 2000 when I got divorced.
Okay.
But I was already when I got divorced, I was already using drugs and not alcohol. I don't drink hardly any but drugs. Meth is my drug of choice at that time.
What did you say?
Methamphetamine was drugs.
Meth?
Well, choice of drugs. I didn't smoke pot hardly at all, but that was a drug, and it really ruined my life. Then about when I took care of my parents, they both died. My mom died. My dad died in 2014, and my mom died in 5 years ago. And I'll be honest, I took some money from my mom. I shouldn't have done that. It really ruined my life. I pay for it right now. Being down the street every day. One of my brothers is real sick with cancer. My other brother lives here in Lakeside. He helps me once in a while. But they don't trust me too much.
So let me see. Excuse me, man. You have two brothers in Lakeside,
No, one lives in Lakeside, one lives in L.A.
and one has.
Cancer. The one in L.A. has cancer.
And do you have a relationship with your brother here in Lakeside?
Very little, but we see each other once in a while.
Okay.
There's a bitterness there, and I pay for my sins. I really have. I really paid for being out on the street every day for 5 years. But it teaches a lot. It teaches how to be humble, how to be, how to survive. Sometimes without food, a couple days. Really, you learn how to live out here in the street. But the street no good for anybody. I don't recommend it for anybody. If you can picture life so you don't live in the street, so you have family, everyday family, you should do that. Because it's not good out here in the street. It's dangerous.
One thing I've noticed over the years when I've met you, talked with you, and chatted and so forth, like over at Mary's or other places, is that you tend to be by yourself.
Yes.
Not, and then of course I'm very familiar with the encampments here. I've been in the encampments numerous times from Lakeside all the way to Santee. Talked to those people. Unfortunately, covered fentanyl deaths and but some good stories too. Like I hope this will be to so others will listen too.
A good story is I've made some really good friends out here. Friends that I grew up with in high school actually. That live out in the street.
Where do you? Could I ask you where do you sleep at night normally?
Normally.
And if you don't want to tell us, that's okay.
It's Lindo Park usually.
What's that?
Lindo Park.
Lindo Park. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no issues with the.
There is.
The Rangers at night.
I can't be here between 8 o'clock at night and 7 o'clock in the morning. I can't be in the park.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
They don't like that.
So where do you go then?
I walk around on Lakeside here. Okay. Different places, but I'm pretty dry. I don't get wet too much. But rain. I've been protected by the rain. I've been protected by God. I've been protected by myself. I have never had an issue out here with any guys, any people out here. No one's ever said to me, no, they like me. People like me because I'm honest.
I want to ask you a question because you've been on the streets for 5 years, right?
Yes.
So you had a home at one time with your wife, right?
No, I had my home with my mom. I lived with
your
my
mom. Okay.
Yeah.
And they passed away,
She
sadly.
passed away.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. You know, a lot of the research that people have with the homeless populations, and I want to get your opinion on this. We'll let that truck go by, whatever that is. Oh, it's a big truck.
Okay.
A lot of the research shows that the majority, not all, but the majority of people who are homeless at the time they're contacted, there either is an addiction problem to drugs or alcohol or both, or a mental health issue.
Right, I believe it.
Would you agree that the majority of people that you meet, either have some type of mental condition or an addiction, alcohol or drugs?
I agree 100%. 100% on that. Because the people out here in the street shouldn't be out here. There should be a facility. At least four people I know, they can't take care of themselves. They're not crazy, but they're mentally ill. Yeah. They don't know how to get help. You know, and that's wrong. That's what's wrong. They have help, but they don't know how to get help. They don't advertise it. You know, they don't make it convenient for people to get help at all. It's not convenient at all.
Well, I know there's because I've contacted and met the director. There's a homeless group in Lakeside. I can't think of the name of it, but I believe the lady's first name is Judy. She does a lot with the clothes. Sometimes they bring in the showers.
No
food.
showers. No showers. There's no showers.
No, I mean the county did that last year. They brought in some portable showers right by Webb over here.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and I went across the street, met her, talked to her. Judy, I think her name.
Yeah.
They do a really great job. So you would say that the majority that you have met either had some mental issues or drug or alcohol or
I've actually mental and drugs, both together.
So do you use any drugs or alcohol now, illegal drugs or alcohol
Not
now?
right now, I don't.
I'm not talking about marijuana because that's legal.
Yeah.
But you don't use any alcohol
No,
or
I'm
drugs?
sober right now. I've been sober about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got tired of it.
Well, congratulations on being
Thank you,
sober.
thank you.
It's a whole different life when you're sober, I
It is,
guess,
it is. I
right?
see a lot of things more clear.
You're more clear.
Like the people here need help. They do really help. But people,
So you know the resources to get help, like bus passes. Do you get disability or SSI?
I guess I'm a Social Security. I get
Okay.
every month because I worked 50 years.
Oh my
40 years.
gosh, yeah. So you get that, and does that? So you can't get an apartment or be a roommate with the amount you get. I'm not asking you how much, obviously, but it's not enough to get an apartment or share a house or apartment with somebody. That's nice, also.
Apartment, not, but not a shelter. I wouldn't shelter. I lived in a nice hotel for 6 weeks. I didn't like it.
Which one were you at?
Right here, Lakes Hotel.
Okay, let me ask you a question, because I also did a story and met the director, and have referred at least one person there. Are you familiar with County Transitional Living
Yes.
Center on Main and El
I am.
Cajon? Are you familiar with their program? They don't turn out anybody.
I know someone that went there for a year, but they take everything for what I know. They take all your ATM cards, they take your phone, they take everything. Don't allow you, and then they send you a camp for 30 days, brainwash you.
I don't know about that, but I know with the people that I've talked to that are in the riverbed that I've communicated over 11 years, working there in different parts of my community too, the Lakeside, that what they tell me is, I have a drug problem, or I have an alcohol, or I need to see a counselor or something. I don't feel right. But one of the things I hear, sadly, because I think the East County Transitional Living Center is an awesome place. Last year I met the director, a nice lady she's a psychologist also, found out about their program. But the people I've talked to that are homeless, the majority of them will say this: I don't want to give up my freedom.
Right.
I don't want to go by their rules.
Right.
I want to live by my rules and my people, and I just don't want to live under, quote, house rules.
Right.
Meaning no alcohol, no drugs, in by a certain hour. But on the other hand, they help people in new vocations, careers. And I met the cook there, I can't think of his name. He was homeless and other issues. He's the head chef there now. He did a great job with the presentation. But I guess it's hard to really give up your freedom when you're sort of your own person. You're on the street. No one's going to tell you what to do. You just stay out of trouble. And
Well, I go by rules, but some of them are ridiculous. Like I had a roommate at the Lakeside Hotel. He had to have TV off at 8 o'clock at night. I can't go to sleep at night. I go to sleep 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But the Lakeside Hotel is so small, the rooms are so small. You're just small from you're 18 inches from your bread pepper. It's ridiculous. I can't do that.
And what do you do if you're sick or injured and you need medical care?
I have health insurance.
You what?
I have health insurance.
Okay.
Fully covered.
So, we do have one doctor in town, just one, right around the corner.
I know, that's where I go.
Doctor, you know who I mean. I won't say his name. Awesome guy.
Well, I go to the Lakeside Clinic, Lakeside Health Clinic.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, right by the recycling place.
In fact, I just got out of the hospital 2 weeks ago. I was there 5 days.
And they have the dental also there.
Yeah.
So, how is your general health today? You're 67, did you say?
Yes, Sam.
How's your health today?
Health's okay, except I get tired because I'm sleeping not too much. I'm tired and
You don't have any heart issues or blood pressure?
I have diabetes, I have blood pressure.
Okay.
I take medicine every day.
Okay. And so you've been out here 5 years?
Yes. In fact, tomorrow, the 27th is my dad's birthday.
Wow, I'm sorry about
He died that day.
So, Bobby, let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
In 5 years from today, this is the end of November, in 5 years from today, How would you like to see yourself, and what would you be doing, and where would you be doing? Anything. What would you hope for in 5 years? You've been on the street for 5 years.
To be honest with you, I'll be passed away by then. I think.
Well, we don't know when our time is up. But I'm asking is if you're not deceased, we're probably not going to be deceased.
I'll be in a home somewhere.
You'll be in a home somewhere.
Yeah.
What kind of home?
Old folks home. I guess I don't know if they have them anymore. I can't answer the question because I don't know.
Well, you know what? That's very honest. You can't answer the question, and I appreciate that because you're a pretty bright guy. I've talked to you many times, and you're pretty bright. And I started thinking, I wonder if I can interview this man. There's something about this man that's different than other people that I talk to, like often in the riverbed. That he's got this spark, right? He's like, he keeps to himself. And you're very mild manner, and
thank you.
And it's
but sometimes I get down myself. I get down and I cry in the nighttime.
We all express our emotions different way. We get mad, we get sad. That's a thing that's healthy. It's just what we do with it, right?
I said before, I have a lot of friends out here. They trust me and tell me everything, and they come to me with the problems. I have my own problems. People come to me really terrible sometimes. People have a lot of problems there.
We're going to wrap this up in a few minutes, but I do want to ask you this.
Okay.
For the people, we're going to put this on the YouTube channel and other places. So anybody on the planet, anybody in the world can tap in and actually see this. We're at about 16 minutes right now. A little longer than planned, but that's okay. Well, what is something if someone was thinking about experimenting with drugs or alcohol, or they're beginning to have a problem, and they're not necessarily a family member, but there's someone what advice would you give to anyone who is thinking about just maybe running away, living wherever, or maybe start taking some really hard drugs, like meth or fentanyl, right? The heroin, the ones that can...
My advice would be, don't do drugs. Really, it'll hurt you. That's the first thing. Don't do drugs. And try to, whatever the problem is, if you have home problems, try to heal them. Try to work with your people, your friends, relatives, to come to a compromise, so you can live and have peace and harmony. Because it's not good out here. It's not good out here on the street at all. Drug-free or drugs, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I guess that goes for alcohol too. If a person is really cannot handle it well, and they get they form an addiction to it.
We got Bobby's 80 years old. He's out here. He's 6 months sober. He lives in McAllister home.
So in 5 years from now, you'd like to be in some type of a home, and you said old folks home. I think you'll be too young, but I'm just kidding you there. But I mean, if I see you in 5 years from now, let's say I don't see you, maybe I move out of town and I come back and visit Lakeside in 5 years. How would I see you? Where would you be? I mean, just imagine. I mean, you don't really know. I don't know, but
I'd be out here. I'd be in the streets, but I have a lot different wardrobe for one time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like next week.
Yeah.
I can't really answer it because it's the future.
Yeah.
We have to answer future questions.
And you were talking about the weather too. So we're looking over here. Yeah, it's been really. It's going to get cold really well. The nights are cold. In Lakeside, the days are beautiful. I mean, today is perfect, right?
Yes.
But the nights are really cold. And do you have enough warm clothes? And where we met up today, actually they have. I know one of the people that work there, and I donated some things there, and that's where I met you again today. So that's how we arranged this interview in downtown Lakeside. So I'm glad you got warm things. So what is the most thing that would make your life a little bit more comfortable? Would it be some type of clothing? Like a lot of people ask for socks that I meet that are homeless, right? Because it's cold and they're walking, and if it gets wet, the socks don't help you.
Maybe I have my own place. I have a room, in the house with restrictions, but not be in prison. Be free to going out in and out when I want to. Down the Lakeside to my friends and such to be Maybe happy.
Okay.
I have a
Well,
proof from that.
Well, Robert, I just want to thank you very much for your time and your upfront honesty. And this is Shiloh, Ireland, photojournalist for Southern California and beyond. And hope you can appreciate this and seek out people for help if you're having issues with drugs, alcohol, anger,
Yes.
loss of hope, anything. There's always people, school, work. Don't be ashamed. Ask for help, and in hopes that will come. Thank you so much, Bobby.
Bye, Sheila.